What's cracking, people? So finally, I believe we're live. Let me just put that camera. Can you guys hear me? Uh, it's a new camera. I mean, I use it all the time, but it's not. It's the one that not, that's it. It's external. It's not internal, so it's connected to it. Why? Let me just fix this focus. So yeah, let me take a look at this. Okay, so now we're hanging. Okay, so 31 people, man, this is awesome. What is up, everybody? So I have the new look. How you like it? How you like the glasses? I mean, hi to everyone. This is gonna be something like, so I'm gonna look at the camera while I'm talking to you. 43 people, what the hell? So I'm gonna look at the camera I'm talking to you. Be like more personal. Let me just adjust this. Anyways, this is gonna be like something new on the channel. I'm gonna do this weekly. So every Sunday, and I'm gonna schedule the live event on Saturday, and I'm gonna send out an email so that you can arrange your time. If you're interested to join, of course, you can arrange your time to join us live. Okay, so 51, what the hell? Max T-Series supporter. Man, don't get me started on that. So, okay, we're not here to talk about T-Series and PewDiePie, and this chair is not the PewDiePie chair, okay? So, even though I love PewDiePie. Anyways, what I want to talk about in this video is it is related to game development as much as related to anything else, but I feel like we course creators, we tutorial creators only talk about I will get to your questions later. First, let me finish all this. So I will get to your questions later, guys. Okay, so as I said, we course creators, we tutorial creators, we tend to, only create tutorials. We don't talk about things like, okay, what after the tutorials? What after you're motivated to learn? Because I feel like most people out there who are motivating people, they only talk about motivation. Okay, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Okay, I know I can do it and I want to do it, but what after that? So basically, it comes down to this. If you want to learn game development and anything else, but especially game development and coding, you need to be the live stream video will be available to watch for later. So yeah. So do you only talk about coding? No, listen to me. So you will see now. 64 people, man. Thank you guys really for the support. I really appreciate that. So referring back to the topic, when you want to learn something, especially coding, you need to be focused on that. So it's not only about sitting on the computer and following the tutorials and typing all of that out. You need to be organized. You need to be persistent, and you need to be patient. So first of all, in terms of organization, I talked about this in the email where I invited you guys. So those of you who opened the email and read it, the same email where I invited you to this live event, I talked about organization, organizing your time, knowing when to go to your bed, knowing what you eat, knowing all of these things. Alex Becker talks about these things. So I think it's pretty valuable because you cannot sit on your computer and try to learn game development if you are not 100% optimized for that. You cannot sit up to 3 a.m. in the morning on Instagram or on Facebook or watching videos or whatever you're doing and then, sleep, I don't know, till 8 or 9, and then try to wake up and then, you try to learn. That's not how it goes. You need to be optimized because at the end of the day, we're all humans. We're all humans. So it does not only come to you sitting down to learn. It also comes down to the fact when you sit down to learn, are you actually learning? That's one thing. Another thing, when you sit down, you need to turn off your distractions. So you see this, okay? You need to turn it off. You need to set it on airplane mode because I find I also get myself caught up into this. I'm like creating a tutorial for you guys and I'm like, okay, somebody messaged me. Okay, let me just reply one message. Then I reply another message. Then I reply another message. Okay, let me just watch this video quickly. And before I know it, I lost like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours of time, literally not doing anything. And I believe that a lot of people have issues with this. And I've been writing emails about this for like previous months or so. And I got a lot of response from you guys. So yeah, that's also one of the things. And coming back to the optimizing yourself, learning effectively. So that is learning effectively. Okay, you see these glasses? They are part of that. So these are not glasses for my for the site. That's for protecting me from the screen. So you need to be careful about these things, because at the end of the day, if you're not able to learn, what use there is if I create cool tutorials and put it out, or anybody else for that matter? So that's one thing. Another thing, you need to be persistent. Just like today, I received an email from one of the guys who's following me on the channel, and he's like, so I followed your tutorials. I finished the C# section, and I cannot create a game. Okay, you cannot expect to go through my C# tutorial series and voila, you're ready to create a game. Also, for my from scratch to game, the project that you create in 40 minutes, you cannot expect to get that and create a game in 40 minutes, which is there, and of course you're gonna follow it. But the point of that tutorial is to show you that it is easy, but it is easy when you learn. So that's like introduction in game development. Then you dive in and you try to create or learn more, and you progress. Because if you want to learn how to drive a car, do you learn like for I don't know, 20 hours, and then you're a pro? You're a pro driver? No, you're not. So it's the same thing. You need to be persistent. Another thing, you need to have patience. Why? Well, because just today I was reading and replying to your comments, and a lot of you guys were asking things that I already have on my channel. You're like, I want to implement score in the game. Where how can I do that? I have a tutorial for that. But you need to watch these tutorials till the end. In all of these tutorials that I put out, I know there are, some of them are 4 hours, some of them are 8 hours. I'm not asking that you should watch them like right away, like 8 hours straight. You have bookmarks. You can, you can mark down where to up to where in the video you came, and so on and so forth, so that you can continue when you come back. But you need to be persistent, because a lot of things that I don't do separately in a video, for example, if I don't have a tutorial about text and how to use text in Unity, I have that in one of these tutorials. For sure, because, but you just need to watch it. Because as I said today, I got a lot of your questions and requests. Do this, do that. And why is let me just turn this off. Okay, so excuse me for that one. My phone was ringing. Anyways, I will not get distracted from the phone. So yeah, I'm going to turn it off. Anyways, these are simple things, yet a lot of people get caught up. If you are not prepared, I mean, it's not only because of, I'm not saying this because I put those tutorials out. So it's not that. Go and watch some other tutorials if you think they're better. But if you're not prepared to invest the time, this is what I mean with be patient. If you are not prepared to invest the time, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour watching a tutorial, then let me tell you right now, you're not going to learn game development. So I'm not trying to be harsh on you guys. I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling how everything works. If you're not prepared to put the time in, you will not get anything out. So yeah, it's not only about sitting on your computer and typing on the keyboard and watching me do things and so on and so forth. It's also about organizing yourself, being optimized when you start to learn. And yeah, when you come and when you sit down and you're optimized like 100% to learn, well, that's when you learn. That's when you get the knowledge. That's when you retain the knowledge, and so on and so forth. And also, don't forget to practice, because a lot of you guys, you just want to go, as I said, through my C# tutorial series, through my from scratch to game, which is like 40 minutes tutorial, and then you want to, okay, I'm ready, I want to create a game. No, it's not how it goes. You need to practice. That's why I put a lot of these tutorials out. So yeah. So basically, this is like an introduction to these live events. So this is like the first one, and this is what I wanted to talk about. And do these glasses bother you actually? Can you see like a reflection of something? Anyway, it's not important. You're here because of the knowledge, I'm hoping that is. So as I said, this was just an introduction for these live sessions. This is what I wanted to talk about as rule number one, the most important thing. So be organized, be persistent, and be patient. So otherwise, it will not work. I'm just telling you right here and right now. If you're not prepared to watch a 30-minute tutorial, 1 hour tutorial, 2 hours tutorials, then you will not learn. And I'm not saying watch it like right away from, from one go. watch 20 minutes now, then tomorrow watch another 20 minutes. But yeah, you need to be persistent. And when I said, just came to my mind when I mentioned right now 20 minutes now and tomorrow 20 minutes, be persistent every day. So learn every day. If you can put an hour every day to learn, so 1 hour today, 1 hour tomorrow, 1 hour after tomorrow, it will be better than if you took 7 hours in 1 week and you learn for 7 hours straight in 1 week. It will, in 1 day in a week, that is. It will not work like that. So yeah. How to learn video game development as a student with studies overnight? Please answer. That all depends on you. I don't believe. Okay, I'm gonna look at your questions now and answer them. I don't believe in when people say I don't have time. Everybody has time. Today, in the world we live in, everybody has time. It's only a matter of your priorities. So if game development is not your priority, then you will not put the time out. Just go learn late at night. So like your whole day in school, right? I'm challenging like everybody who is telling me that he does not have time. Just go in the settings of your phone, and take a look at the screen time of your phone. Take a look at how much screen time you have on your phone on daily average. Like me, I consider myself a guy who works a lot and loves his job and is organized. I have like an hour and 30 minutes average screen time. So it's all about priorities. It's all about priorities, setting your priorities. If game development is not your priority, you will find excuses how to avoid it. You will tell me, oh, I go to university. Oh, I have exams. Oh, I have this. Oh, I have that. Just look at where you're spending your time. If you're spending too much time on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, and don't get me wrong, all of these platforms, they are cool. I spend time there as well. But again, priorities. You need to put your priorities in order. I learned animation last year, and to test myself, implemented by modeling, it took me to intermediate level. Okay, so now, as I said, I'm going to take a little bit of your questions. As I said, this was like just an introduction. I'm not Mr. Zah here, man. This was just like an intro, a first live to many lives to come. So every Sunday from now on, expect a live video from me, and I will schedule it like a day before. I will send out an email so you guys can, fire. So that you can guys set a reminder for it. And by the way, for those of you who are really, really, really serious about game development, you're serious about working like closer with me, I have a great announcement. I will be rolling out. I will open enrollment for my premium course in about 2 or 3 weeks. I will have a free challenge for that, and I expect everybody to participate. It's going to be really cool, and I will have a webinar, and all of that will be free. But for those of you who want to work closer with me, I will also open the enrollment for that premium course. So yeah. To develop game, we also need to have knowledge of Photoshop to create characters. No. Yeah. Max D series. Oh man, thank you for your donation, man. Did you do that just to say Max D series or what? You see, also, I want this to be fun and educational as well. So going back to the question of X Silent Killer, no, you don't have to learn Photoshop. I've talked about don't get blocked by art, and also like good art does not mean a good game. So you can take things that online and put the game together. What's the most important part about your game is that your game is fun to play. Your game is fun to play. People will not care about the art. Of course, you will not take some, like crappy art. You will take something decent. You can find a lot of things for free. Open Game Dev R, just free. Just Google free assets for game development. You'll find a lot of things. I have to start Unity soon. Start it right now. Blender is good, yeah, but do you ever do both physics and character walk without falling on character? I don't understand the question. I'm interested in pixel art and game development. C++ is good for games, and what is the best language for it? It depends on what you want to use. So Unity Game Engine uses C#. Unreal Engine uses C++. So depending on what you want to use. I can explain. Please answer my question just a bit above. Let me just see. JJ Low. Okay, let me just finish that. I learned animation last year. What is the question here? I learned animation last year, and to test myself, I implemented by modeling entirety of my school in 3D and took me to intermediate level. Okay, what is the question here? I don't understand. Repeat the question, please. 68 of you guys right now. I didn't expect this, man. Thank you, guys. How much time is for beginners per day? Again, that all comes back to you. It all comes back to you. For example, I used to learn 5, 6, 7 hours a day, but I'm a workaholic. I really enjoy this. I don't know if you guys enjoy it as much as I do. I don't know if you guys watch all of my tutorials till the end, where I laugh and I joke and I just have a good time. This is good time for me. I'm having fun right now, so I enjoy this. J-Lo, please repeat the question because I don't understand. So how much time to invest? Coming back to Ahmed Hassan question, it all depends on you. But how much time you want to invest? Invest every day. So if you want to learn every day for 2 hours, be consistent every day for 2 hours. Don't break that pattern. That is really important, because if you're consistent, for those of you who are consistent, and those of you who do that on a consistent level from day to day, you will learn quicker. So the game development game, or learning how to make game, is all about being consistent, because there is no chance that you will not learn if you learn and invest every day 2 hours, for example, or 1 hour. There is no chance that after 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, you will not know anything. There is no absolute chance for that. But it just takes patience. For those of you who just turned in and you didn't watch the first part of this live stream, go back and watch it, where I talk about that, which is some of the things that are really important. Have you published any game? Yeah, I published like 4 or 5 games on Android, and publish on the App Store. Those are some of the games that I also cover here on my tutorials. I believe they got now removed because I didn't bother updating them with the policies of Google and stuff like that, because I'm too involved with this with you guys. If you're new to programming, what is the base you need to know before you start learning game development? You just need to know object-oriented programming, depending on which programming language. I mean, in Unity, if you want to use C#, you just need to know object-oriented programming. Like, you need to know what are classes, what are objects, and you're good to go. So if you understand that, what are classes, objects, what are variables, functions, how that goes with each other, then you're good to go to start learning game development. You can go on my C# tutorial series to watch that. So let me just go back to J-Lo. Learning animation, and animate my school in 3D. I worked 3 months straight for 1-2 hours each day at night. Will that much persistent enough to learn? Yeah. If you learn every day, like every day, the most important thing is if you learn every day, 1 hour, but make it every day. That is really important. The more you can invest in, the more you will put out. That's the rule of life. So yeah, and I don't want, because a lot of you guys send me emails, I don't want to hear like, okay, my friend told me game development, I cannot find a job. That's bullshit. I'm telling you right now, that's bullshit. So game development is just going up, and everything with Unity is just going up. When you learn how to use Unity, you're not only bound or obligated to work in the game development field. You can work in architecture field, modeling things and doing things in Unity. You can work in the movie industry, because Unity now is entering the movie industry. You can create VR games, mobile games, computer games. There's a lot of things you just need to learn. Good people, if you have good skills, people will hire you. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. How to learn C# more effectively. I'm following your tutorials and I always finish your assignment, but I still lack remembering the codes. The more you practice, like I always say that, if you see me move a character left, try to create a code that will move him right, but on your own. If you see me move the character up, try to move him down on your own, creating the code without watching. You will fail a lot, but that's good. If you fail, then you will learn. The more you fail, the more you learn. That's the rule. That's the rule. How can be used for movies? How? Did you watch the what's it called? Adam, short animated movie from Unity? And also, did you watch my tutorial about animating main menus? Basically, using animations, you can create a movie. I will create a separate tutorial on creating some cool cutscenes. So that will be on a to-do list. Let me just put that here on my to-do list for tutorials. Let me quickly type that out. So 65. I have 65 currently here I'm looking on the list, 65 tutorials that I want to create. So yeah, create a cutscene tutorial. Okay, so here it is. I just put it in my notes. So cutscene. How you got any idea about where to start to promote games? That comes back, and I talked about this a lot. Uh, what bad game? What Fatih, or if I'm butchering your name, sorry. Just go on Google and Google games made with Unity. You will see a lot of games. When it comes to promoting your games, I talked about that a lot. It's about building your audience. I tell people, start a YouTube channel, have a website. If you guys went on my website and in the success story section, if you read about Charles Olmsted, if you watched my interview with him, basically he got a job in the game development field, but basically what he did, he created a website, he put himself out there, and that's how he got noticed. If you don't have a website, if you don't have a Facebook page, if you don't have your YouTube channel, if you don't have anything, people will not know about you. Nobody will know about your game. No company will know that you exist. So they will not be able to hire you. People will not know about your game, and they will not be able to download it. So yeah. To create a game, where to start with? Start with my tutorials. Go back and start with my basic games. No, not SDK. Just go and start back and go look at my, can I make games using only coding? Do I need also to learn rigging and animating fair characters? You can create games using only coding. You can find a lot of cool online 3D models, 2D assets, and so on and so forth. And buying assets is cheap. Like for $100, you can literally, for $100, if you catch them on sale, you can buy assets for your full game. Like literally for $100. I don't think that's too much for anyone. Sir, what is the procedure to join game industry like Ubisoft, etc.? Go and watch in the success stories. Go and read about Charles Olmsted, and you will see what he did to get a job in a game studio. My game is ready, but now my concern is how to get more players. I can't get any more downloads. Can you help me through any practice mentoring things? So this is for Mangayak. I'm hoping that I'm butchering these things. My question for you is, do you have a website? Do you have a Facebook page? Do you have a YouTube channel? Did you create anything to promote your game? Did you tell anyone? Did you post in any group, and so on and so forth? How to choose your game mechanics, please? That depends on the game. I cannot answer a general question like that. That all depends on the game. How to get a game idea. I will talk about that on my webinar. Actually, not in. I will have a free challenge pretty soon that will help about that. So look for it. It will probably start in a week or 10 days or so. How about making hyper casual games like Voodoo? Alexander, yeah, I just published a hyper casual game. I currently have like 3 or 4 games in queue for my tutorial. Yakov, I'm from Europe, man. Hey, what to start with a game jam? It will not be a game jam. It will be something, you will see. It will be more like getting your ideas, realizing your game, prototyping it, testing it, validating your idea, so on and so forth. Your channel name on Play Store. I believe it was Awesome Graphics. I believe, yeah, Awesome Graphics. Yes, sir, after the basic institution, I had to go with Unity later. Anyways, guys, it's, well, 33 minutes. It was really nice hanging with you. So all regards from Colombia, man. Hola, Colombia, ¿qué está, mi amigo? Ya habla español un poquito. Should I buy a book for coding? No, definitely no, because books are a little bit learning. I'm really learning. I'm a little bit boring. I prefer tutorials, but maybe you prefer books. So yeah. Nice Spanish, mate. Thanks, bro. I watch a lot of I watch TV novelas, but especially Pablo. Don't judge me, guys. How to make character without knowledge of Blender? You will need to learn how to use Blender. Thanks, man. I've been practicing C#. How often do you stream? This is gonna be weekly. So from today, this is a first stream, like an intro, and so on and so forth. So every new buen español tiene. Gracias, mi amigo. What I was trying to say. So every Sunday from now on, this is the first Sunday. Every Sunday I will live stream, and I will schedule the live stream on Saturday so that you can see the time and you can make your schedule with your daily obligations if you want to make it to the stream. Sir, you're great tutorials. Thank you, man. Sir, play a video on how to move car. Yeah, I want to create a car tutorial. Do you think Java helps to improve understanding programming? I actually learned to program with Java. So please suggest a cinematic for your videos. So that's a beginner I can follow. Go and first watch my C# tutorial series, then go and watch my Monster Chase game, then go watch my Gravity Runner game, then my 2D platformer game. So follow that order. Updates, new features of Unity. Don't worry. One thing that I find, and this will be the last thing because it's 25 minutes already. I want to go. I mean, I also don't want to stall you guys. What would be a good second game for Unity? Okay, just a second. Shout out to Turkey from Burak Demir. Anyways, how to learn schemes, the growing updates with Unity. One thing that I find a lot of people get caught up is the new Unity updates. You know, so if you're following tutorial with Unity 5.3, you're like, oh, I cannot follow this. This is outdated. Most of the new Unity updates, you will not use them that depth. What's important for you to learn is to know how to code in Unity, to know how to use that code in Unity effectively, to move your game objects, to create your game. That's the most important thing. To use general components like rigid bodies, colliders, like sprite renders, mesh renders, nav meshes. These are the basic things or the essential things that you will use in most games. If you learn how to use that, any new update that comes out, it will be easy peasy for you. So don't worry about that. I'm really into ships. Yeah, I think you asked me like a couple of, as a beginner, is it worth creating a clone of Play Store games? If you mean to publish that, then no. If you mean to learn, then definitely yes. I did not work in a game studio. I did freelance, and I worked with IQVR. They're like they're huge. They're doing some educational stuff in USA, like in high schools and all of the good stuff. So yeah. Shout out my name, Ujval Patel. Shout out. Could not find your Play Store? Then probably, as I said, my games are like I know a lot of them are taken down by Google because I did not update them, the policy and the things I had to change. I didn't care about that because I started doing these tutorials. I also basically created all of my games from App Store here for you to learn. So yeah. Incorporate machine learning. Okay, okay, let me just go here. 66 machine learning with games tutorial. Okay, so that is on my to-do list. So yeah, basically that is that. It's 27 minutes. I want to go. You guys want to go. See you guys next Sunday. I will schedule the live call on Saturday. For those of you guys who came late, go and watch the first 10 minutes of this live stream. There are a lot of useful things that will help you. And yeah, thank you for attending. See you all, guys. Take care.